let me want to discuss few more important points. And in the last video we discussed about area of the quadrilateral. So let me continue with the area of the quadrilateral and then we'll go with the new concepts. Coming to the first question, find the area of the quadrilateral formed by the points capital A 1, 2, capital B 2, -3, capital C -2, 4 and capital D 0, 5. So area of the quadrilateral can be solved in two methods, my dear. That is, on joining the diagonal, we can say that now entire quadrilateral is divided into two triangles. Hence, we can find out the area of the first triangle ABC plus area of the next triangle ADC. So sum of the areas of these two triangles will give you the entire area of the quadrilateral. If not directly, we can also solve this problem by using this formula. So coming to this, let us substitute all x coordinates. 1, 2, -2, 0, x1, x2, x3, x4. After completing this, we need to repeat the first one, that is x1, which is 1. Similarly, please write y coordinates also. 4, 5, and please you can repeat once again, that is 2. So now we need to multiply these arrows. 1 into -3, which is -3, and this direction is always minus of no. 2 into 2, 4, and 2 into 4, which is +8, minus -3 into -2, which is +6, plus into minus anyhow -6, -2 into 5, -10, this is -0, 0 into 2, 0, and -5. So we have only one positive value, that is +8. Rest of them all minus, negative. So let us add them. Okay. So 10 and 5, 15, 15 and 6, 21, moreover 7, 28, -28. This is half modulus of -20, which is equals to half into modulus of -20 will be +20. So this 2 here 10 times, hence which is equals to 10 square units. So area of this quadrilateral ABCD is 10 square units. Next point, the area of the triangle formed by the points O 0, 0, I mean origin, and capital A is equals to x1, y1, capital B is equals to x2, y2 is half modulus of x1, y2 minus x2, y1. So look at the proof for this. Proof of this statement. So area of triangle OAB, is it no? OAB, which is equals to half modulus of write down the x coordinates, that is 0, x1, x2, and last one should be repeated now once again the first one. And similarly y coordinates are also 0, y1, y2 and 0. So let us simplify this. Half modulus of 0 into anything is 0 and 0 into anything is also 0. Now this is x1 y2 plus x1 y2 and minus x2 y1, and this is anyhow 0, this part is also 0. Now finally this is equals to half modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1. So this is the formula for area of a triangle if one of the vertex is origin. If one of the vertex is origin, then we need not to proceed with the lengthy formula what we did earlier. Now if one of the vertex is origin, then directly the formula for area of a triangle formed by OAB, which is equals to half modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1. See, thus the procedure is same. The only thing is better if you remember the formula so that you can save the time. So coming to the question, for example, this is the question: find the area of a triangle formed by the vertices, and within that one of the vertex is origin, then only this formula is applicable. Now clearly this is x1, y1, this is x2 and y2. Since one of the vertex is origin, hence area of triangle OAB is equals to, formula we can take half modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1. So if you substitute x1 into y2, 1 into 1 minus x2 into y1, 0 into 0. So finally which is equals to half into 1. So the area of triangle OAB is equals to half square units. So please note that this formula is applicable only when one of the vertex is origin. So look at this important point. Very, very important this is. If capital G is the centroid of triangle ABC, then area of triangle GAB. So first of all, let me consider a triangle ABC. And suppose assume that G is the centroid, isn't it? So say suppose this is the point G, join GA as well as GB, even GC. Okay. Now look at this. If G is the centroid of triangle ABC, then area of GAB, this part, area of GAB, triangle GAB is equals to GBC. Area of triangle GBC, which is also equals to area of triangle GCA. Now if you join GA, GB and GC, finally there exist three triangles. One is the triangle GAB, another one is triangle GBC, and the third one is triangle GAC. And you know, these three triangles equal in area. So that is why this point is very, very important. Area of GAB, which is equals to area of triangle GBC, which is equals to area of triangle GCA. And from this also we can write area of GAB is equals to, for example, if you want this area of GAB, suppose this is the part if I want. Okay, so now this is nothing but 1/3 of entire area of triangle ABC. So this is area of triangle GAB is equals to, so 1/3 of entire area of triangle ABC. Not only area of triangle GAB, even if you want the area of triangle GBC also, 1/3 of area of triangle ABC. Similarly, area of triangle GAC is also 1/3 of area of triangle ABC. So look at this problem. If capital G is the centroid of a triangle formed by capital A 6, 1, capital B 3, 5, capital C -1, -1, then find area of triangle GAB. So just now we discussed area of triangle GAB is equals to 1/3 of area of triangle ABC, isn't it? So that's why first let me want to find area of triangle ABC. Okay, triangle ABC. So that is half modulus of, write down the x coordinates, 6, 3, -1 and 6. And coming to y coordinates are 1, 5, -1 and again 1. So the simplification for this, 6 into 5, 30, minus 1 into 3, 3. 3 into -1, -3, minus of 5 into -1, which is +5. And finally -1 into 1, -1. And this is nothing but minus of -6, which is +6. So first add all the positive numbers, 30, 35 and 41. So 41 minus, if you add the negative terms, 7, which is equals to half modulus of 34, which is equals to 17 square units. This is the area of triangle ABC. But we don't want area of triangle ABC. We want area of triangle GAB. The formula for, therefore, area of triangle GAB is nothing but 1/3 of area of triangle ABC. So which is equals to 1/3 into what we got, this is as 17. Hence the required answer is 17/3 square units, which is area of triangle GAB. So very important point this is. Another note, which is also very important. If capital D, capital E and capital F are the midpoints of the sides of a triangle, then you see here. So these are the midpoints of the sides BC, CA, EAB. I mean respectively. D is the midpoint of BC. Assume that suppose this is the midpoint of BC, say some D. And E is the midpoint of CA. Let it be E. And finally F is the midpoint of side AB bar. Now if we join these EF as well as ED and even DF. Now see here. Now finally there are 4 triangles. One is the middle one, that is triangle DEF. Above one, triangle AEF. And this is triangle BDF. And coming to this is triangle DEC. You know, now since D, E, F are the midpoints, now finally area of a triangle, entire triangle is divided into 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts. So that is what we are mentioning, that area of triangle DEF is equals to area of triangle AEF, which is equals to area of triangle BDF, which is also equals to area of triangle CDE. So 4 triangles of equal areas. And finally this each triangle is equals to 1/4 of entire one, because entire triangle now divided into 4 equal parts now, 1, 2, 3, 4. So among these 4 triangles, if you want to find out the area of any one of the triangle, which is equals to 1/4 of the area of triangle ABC. Now coming to the question, DEF are midpoints of the sides BC bar, CA bar, AB bar of triangle ABC, where capital A is -3, 4 and capital B is -1, -2 and capital C is equals to 5, 6. Hence we need to find the area of triangle DEF. Actually, since we know the vertices, one of the method is, since we know B and C, we can find out the midpoint of D. Similarly, we know AC, also then we can find out E, since it is the midpoint, and F is also a midpoint of AB, we can find out F. So actually we can find out DEF using midpoint formula, and then directly you can go for area of triangle DEF, but which is a little bit lengthy one, So that's why using this concept, now if I want area of triangle DEF, which is equals to 1/4 of area of triangle ABC. Since A, B, C are ready, let me want to find out area of triangle ABC first of all. So write all x coordinates. First one should be repeated again. Now coming to y coordinates, 4, -2, 6 and 4. Hope you all good at finding area of triangle ABC. Now multiplication, which is 6, and minus of -4, which is +4. -1 into 6, -6, and once again this is minus of minus +10. 5 into 4, +20, and this is +18. So +6, -6 cancel. 10, 20, 30, 30 and 48, 48 and 4, 52. So half into modulus of 52, which is nothing but 26 square units. 26 square units. But we need to find out area of triangle DEF. What we need to find actually area of triangle DEF, which is equals to 1/4 of the area of triangle ABC. So which is equals to 1/4 into area of triangle is equals to 26. So 2 times and 13 times. Finally, the answer is 13/2 square units. 13/2 square units. Coming to the next question. If the points capital A 6, 1, capital B 8, 2, capital C 9, 4 and capital D P, 3 are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, then find the value of P. So we know that if ABCD is a parallelogram, then AC is one of the diagonal and BD is one of the diagonal, and moreover we know that in a parallelogram diagonals are bisect each other. So what is the meaning of that bisect each other, which is nothing but midpoint of diagonal AC is equals to midpoint of diagonal BD. Okay, so suppose assume that this is a point, say some x. So x is nothing but point of intersection of the both the diagonals, and moreover x is the midpoint of AC as well as x is the midpoint of BD. That is why I want to equate both midpoints since both are equals to x. So now coming to AC, A and C, apply the midpoint formula, that is x1 plus x2 by 2. x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2, which is equals to, apply the same midpoint for B and D. So x1 plus x2 by 2, this time x2 is P from D, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Now clearly this is 15 by 2 comma 5 by 2, which is equals to 8 plus P by 2 comma 5 by 2. Actually both are equal. I mean x coordinate must be equals to y coordinate. For example, we got it clearly here, y coordinates are equal. Then no doubt even x coordinates are also equal. So let us equate 8 plus P by 2 is equals to 15 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. P is equals to 15 minus 8. Hence the value of P is equals to 7. So next concept is about area of a triangle using Heron's formula. Dear students, we already discussed how to find area of a triangle in two methods. Now this is the method number 3, known as Heron's formula. And this is the formula can be applicable when we know the sides of a triangle. When we know the sides of a triangle. So look at the formula for area of a triangle ABC is equals to, generally area can be denoted with the delta, and the formula is under root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Here small a, b, c are nothing but length of the sides. Capital A opposite side can denote with small a, and capital B opposite side with small b, and capital C opposite side with small c. I mean capital A, B, C are vertices, whereas small a, b, c are length of the sides. If you want to find small a, that is nothing but length of the side BC, and small b is nothing but length of the side AC, and small c is nothing but the length of the side AB. So now here to apply this formula, we want to know what are ABC. They are nothing but length of the sides. And what is S? S is nothing but semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter means A plus B plus C whole divided by 2. Because perimeter is nothing but sum of the sides. That is A plus B plus C gives you perimeter. But here S is nothing but semi-perimeter. So half of it. Now coming to a problem. Find the area of a triangle formed by the sides 12 meters, 9 meters and 15 meters. So clearly here now sides are given. Then the previous method whatever we discussed, that cannot be solved, cannot be applicable that formula here, because that formulas are especially for when we know the vertices. But this is the formula when we know the length of the sides. Now so assume that these are small a, small b and small c, which are the length of the sides. Now let me want to find out S using the formula A plus B plus C by 2. 12 plus 9 plus 15 whole divided by 2. 21 plus 15, which is finally 36 by 2, which is equals to 18. So we know already sides, we know even S also, hence area of the triangle is equals to formula under root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So S is clearly 18 into 18 minus 12 into 18 minus 9 into 18 minus 15. So which is square root of 18 into, this is 6 into 9 into 3. So on multiplication we get this is equals to 2916, and square root of 2916 is equals to 54, and hence area no square, and already mentioned that it is in terms of meters. So finally area of this triangle ABC is equals to 54 square meters. So this is the formula. I mean Heron's formula can be applicable only when we know the sides. Okay, if suppose vertices are given to you, suppose vertices are given, A is some 0, 0, B is some 4, 0, and C is maybe 1, 1. Now how to apply this formula? Number one, than this, the previous methods what we discussed, that is easy. Especially here one of the vertex is origin, no? Hence the formula is directly half modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1. If not, do one thing, find out small a, small b and small c. How to find small a is nothing but length of the BC, and small b is nothing but AC, and small c is AB. I mean BC, nothing but distance between B and C. So using distance formula we can find out now small ABC, isn't it? And then after knowing small ABC you can go with S and then formula. But my dear, this is suggestible only when you know sides. But when you know vertices, we can also apply, but it may take a lot of time unnecessarily because of finding distance 3 times and then entering into in this method. Better you can go with the formulas what we discussed earlier. So I hope you all understood well these concepts, and the next video is which is very important, my dear. Please do not miss the video, that is regarding orthocenter, circumcenter and incenter. And those who did not subscribe my channel, please subscribe and mention your comment, like the videos, so that you can get the latest updates of my videos. Thank you one and all.